All right, we are live. I'm interested here. We're definitely going back and forth between potential longs. Properties, defaults. I'm not sure why the microphone's not connecting properly, but hello. Okay, there we go. So I definitely think, given some of the price action right now, I definitely think we have the potential just to automatically move higher. Not automatically, but just to move higher. I definitely like this price action. So I would like to see us kind of bust through. Let me get this microphone. Would definitely like to see us bust through the 600s. Maybe 618 just to be sure, so we get some sort of like market structure shift. La da da da, la da da da. Let me see here. There we go. What I wanted. We're just getting a lot of consolidation, a little indecision here. If we don't break through 618s, then shorts are valid to me. All right. Bullish. The bulls are definitely still have some good price action going. We could take a long entry, but a safer bet is to let it break through 619s, get this nice little market structure shift, and then we'll take an entry after that, because this is kind of your last higher low in market structure. So we want to see structure actually get shifted. Here we go. We're getting that initial push up. As long as we can get candle closure, I think we'll be good, actually. I like this. I definitely like this price action. Come on, 4 seconds. There we go. We got the candle closure above. So I definitely do like this. Like longs, maybe back to set a new high a day. We'll just kind of see how it's going to play out, though. I think I'm going to go ahead and enter a position there. I do like this. Back up to here. Something like that. All right, we'll let this play out. Get some music going. All right, there we go. Just got a little bit of music playing. It does get a little boring after a minute. All right, there we go. I definitely still I like this move a lot just because we did get a market structure shift here at 620s, that area. We had trend line break, and then we have liquidity wicks back up into the 690s. So I definitely feel like price pushes up, scoops some of those, and then we either expand higher or we just drop back down and stay in the range. So I'm really just looking for a move from market structure shift up into this little liquidity wick area. And, of course, what I'm seeing on volume profile here on Tradeovate, let me show you. Here on Tradeovate is this volume range area, basically from where I entered to here, has a lot of opportunity to move with speed. And so that's what I'm really waiting on is if we can bust back up above 37s, I feel like we take off. And so that's kind of what I'm waiting for, is just see if we could get up above 37s, we'll take off. So that's really what I'm looking at for this to happen in this trade. Solid candle closures there. I mean, we definitely want to move higher. Bulls really want to take over. Here we go, 35s. We're here in the 35s. Come on, break up above. Let's just get up above 37s. I think we'll be golden. Okay, there we go. Breaking into the 40s now. We can just get a solid push, just paying attention to volume profile here on the side. We could just get a fast push through. I think, I mean, you know, I feel like we'd be good the rest of the way up. Who knows? We don't have to be good, though. This is purely just a trade idea on what I'm seeing, so it doesn't have to work out this way. So you get another little big push through 50s. If we could get through 50s, it'd be kind of our next level. We could get through the 50s. I feel like we're golden. We got through the 35s levels that we were talking about. So it'd be kind of the next little mini hurdle to get through. And why did that shut off? I just don't like how price action is kind of slowing down. That's the only thing that bugs me a little bit. I think I may change my game plan here. I don't know. We'll just wait. Just wait. I don't want to close too early. There we go. Getting a little push up. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut profits there. Cut profits there. And then I feel like we'll get a nice little re-entry opportunity to finish taking us the rest of the way up. So that's why I decided to do that. You know, we are kind of expanding upward, but I kind of feel like price is going to stall off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to my intuition here and take profits off the table. We're up 226 on the day, 226.50. To me, that's a solid area just to take profit. And then we could also just look for a re-entry opportunity to finish pushing us up into those 90s levels. So for me, I'm happy with that trade. I can put my executions on real quick so we can see. Execution levels, boom. All right. So just so viewers can see where exactly we entered, right off market structure shift, up basically about 40 points, 40 points of movement there. Closed with 226.50 in profit. Um, you know, we'll see if we just get a hard run up into the 90s. It was probably the move we were looking for. May have closed this a little early. I guess we could have moved stop loss to break even, but that's all right. I'm happy with the 226 on the day. I like to tell people is, $200 a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. So might as well just lock it in once it gives us we hardly any drawdown on that trade, which is a super good trade for me. It was a beautiful trade. We waited, market structure shift, enter, boom, candles were printing right after that. So I love what we did there. So like I said, 226 in profit. Price is kind of stalling out in these 50s, and that's what I am a little nervous about. And so I didn't want to just move stop loss to break even for this just to come back and smack that stop loss at break even. So if anything, we can see a little small push down. Let me take a look at the 5 here. What we could do is basically see a small little push down. We kind of are tapping into a little bit of resistance area here at the 60s. We tapped in at 58 because this is some sort of order block. But I would definitely maybe like to see a little dip. We just take another position off the dip, and then we could kind of just run it up. So, but for what we're trying to do with this challenge, $300 a day, 250 a day, it's kind of what we're shooting for. And all I'm trying to do is just kind of take my base hits, get my profits off the table, stress-free trading, not getting caught up in all of this choppy stuff that's here. I cannot stand whenever I allow myself to get caught up in this choppiness, whenever I kind of know the direction that the market is wanting to head into. So basically just stress-free trading is really the goal. See, there we go. See, we just moved stop loss to break even. Boom, that would have smacked us out right there at break even. Nice little impulsive candle down. And this is the candle that I was worried that we were gonna run into, just based off of volume profile, volume slowing down, and there's no other option whenever volume slows down in a run that we have to come back down. Not saying we have to, but typically this is what that is going to look like. So we're just going to kind of take a little look-ski here and see what happens with the next few candles. I'm not trying to catch a falling knife candle entry just to get another scalp in or whatever. But overall, this was a solid little 40-point play. Right there. Somewhere in there. Stop loss up. Boom. Just a little sweep in orders here. See if we continue up or not. This could just be a sell-off back down. But we have taken our big main position for the day. We ate off that big main position. That's all we can really ask for. So now we're caught up in indecision right now between the market. So we had a nice little expansion back up to the upside. That expansion basically from this bottom was 116 points. So right now I feel like we're probably sitting right in the middle of the range, right? Kind of like where VWAP would be. Yeah, so there's VWAP. We're bouncing on VWAP right now. So to me, I would rather wait to see if we break back up above 655s, or essentially close back below 600s before deciding whether or not I'm bullish or bearish on the day. So VWAP is just pretty much an institutional level that institutional traders trade off of. So this gives us a pretty good key idea of like where the middle of our trading range is. So, like I said, below 600s, I would definitely be looking at shorts, but we're just playing at VWAP. So there really is no trade right now. We caught the nice little trade, which would have been right up off of VWAP up to the upside for 40 points. But we'll just kind of see what's going to happen. To me, I struggle playing trades off of VWAP for whatever reason. I always tend to just get it wrong. So I would rather trade like the second legs of a move, second or third legs of a move, just to create certainty, and sometimes those certainty legs will produce another 30, 40, 50 points. And, that's kind of all we're looking for the day here. And it's just like I said earlier, $200 a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. I believe like the average daily wage in the United States is like 180. Don't quote me, don't hold me to that, but it's like $180 a day. So it's like, if you can make $200 a day or so, just trading a couple hours a day, I feel like you've kind of already made it, Of course, making thousands of dollars a day, thousands of dollars a month, that's obviously don't want to for everybody, but just give yourself an opportunity to just be consistent and allow those profits to compound. So, I mean, as we can see, we obviously knew VWAP was right here at that market structure shift. So we're just playing at VWAP. Nothing to do besides just protect capital, not only money capital, but mental capital, instead of just getting caught in this chop here, because I think we're going to chop. So like I said, just to kind of re-clarify, under 600s, I'd be looking to take shorts. and then back up above, maybe 650s. I'd want to kind of really see what price is going to do here. So that would be kind of what is price going to do here. That's what I'd really want to take a look at. Anybody that is joining, let me know. How much? Are you red or green on the day? If so, how much? We are up. We are up 226.50 on the day. So we're in a really good position. My thought is like, let's just wait for a next good move, and then, a little bit of lower risk, higher reward kind of thing. So. I forgot my Ghost Energy in the car. I was drinking it, sipping it on the way to the office. But I was a little late today. Hopping on stream, but hey, we still caught a solid move, and I didn't have to sit here and like FOMO through all this chop, so that was huge. I really didn't get on the charts until like 9:20ish, so somewhere in here, 9:20ish. So pretty much my setup had already kind of started happening by the time I hopped on the charts. I woke up on time, but it's just like something about getting a toddler ready for daycare, getting a baby ready as well. Making sure all the bags are packed right. I think it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, chat. It takes a lot of time. Making sure everybody gets out the door properly. Oh, get put in the car seat. Oh, I gotta go potty. So. I think we're doing an amazing job right now at just waiting. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why, too, that I wanted to kind of start live streaming. One, obviously, I get bored trading by myself, and so just being able to create other friends, over time. Obviously, I haven't been live streaming a lot. I think this is my 3rd day in a row. So just being able just to kind of talk through what I'm thinking, helping somebody out there, that's cool too. But I think overall, just being able to maybe being able to create other traders to talk to and all of that kind of stuff, because like, guys, this gets boring after a while. And also it makes me not think about trading in a sense, because there's times that I would probably be trying to trade all of this chop and this garbage price action. Be like, oh, I'll just take a stab at it and see if this works. Boom. All we're doing is chopping. Yeah, so let's take a look here at VWAP again. See, now we're playing underneath VWAP. You can see here, right at that 618s level, we're playing just right underneath VWAP. Really nothing happening. Like I said, going back to original idea, under 600s is kind of ideal, is what I'm thinking. I do want to take a look at some other assets. Gold ran today. Wow. Oil looks like it'd be chopping a little bit. ES looks pretty clean today. Get a little bit of movement. I'm short NQ, 653. Oh, dude, that's a solid entry, actually. That's funny because I closed my long right at 656. But I am actually kind of with you. I am looking for. I think I am looking for shorts more so than anything. I think we're just getting too much play at VWAP. So my original idea is I want to see price get below 600s before making a decision on actually taking a short entry. But also I'm curious to know what price is going to do above, 660s before even thinking about going long. So I'm kind of just neutral bias right now on the day. But I mean, even if that short plays out for you, dude, I think that's a solid entry. As I think I was telling Chad earlier that I usually make the wrong decision trying to play off of VWAP instead of letting market structure tell me and then take entries back at VWAP, if that makes sense. So trying to like catch that initial leg up off of VWAP, I usually get it wrong. So I try to catch like that second or third leg after VWAP has been played with, essentially. That sounds really bad too. For a non-trader, if someone was standing outside my door and just listened to what I just said, they're like, what? But I definitely think you have a solid entry. Price action is just a little too choppy for me. Just too much indecision on where price wants to go. You know, there's so many ways to look at this. Like you could look at this as far as like we're still bearish. But also you can look at this as like we're bullish. So I think we're just in a weird range of the day. And so it's just gonna take some fighting back and forth before making an actual decision on where price is gonna go to. We're up 226 on the day. So that's why I'm not in a huge rush to make a move. We've built a good foundation off that little 39 point move, 40 point move that we had earlier. So I'm not in a huge rush to make a decision on what to do. I'm just gonna let the market come to me. I do feel like if we break structure in either direction, it's going to be a pretty quick break. Like we're either just going to fly through 650s or we're going to fly below 600s. Just based on how much consolidation we've had over the last 15, or that's 30 minutes, over the last 30 minutes or so. 15 minutes or so. So I definitely feel like a quick move is going to happen. Boom, 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 boom. Really nothing going on. All right, here we go. Pushing through 660s, hopefully. See what happens. There's the big push through the 60s. So I definitely think we're probably going to move higher. Unless this is just a fake to the upside. What a move. I think I am actually interested in taking a long position. I think, let's see if it taps me in. Yeah. Oh, it did. It did tap me in. It took me out one contract, though. That's all right. We'll just take one contract. Anything we can just average in. We'll just let this kind of do its thing. I didn't mean to take one contract. I'm just going to put a stop loss on that. Oh, wait. I would have messed that up big time. Go one. Yeah, I'm just going to put a stop loss on that. I thought I wanted to be in the trade a little bit more than what I am, but it took one position. It took one contract, but... I'm just going to manage the trade a little bit here. We're up almost 20 points on the trade. What's up? All right, that was just a solid little trade. I think it was like right around 45 points or so. That's kind of what I'm talking about. You know, we wait for VWAP. Oh, we could see here. So, oh, not 45 points. That was 25 points. Almost 26 point trade. I think I just was a little too indecisive on my entry. If I would have just let it fill all three contracts, we would have been fine. No matter what. I mean, obviously, looking back, we would have been fine. But that puts us up 276 on the day. Overall, we've hit about 65 points on Nasdaq, which is amazing. I mean, this will definitely probably move higher. But I personally just don't like the price action per se. It's not really the price action that I don't like. Maybe it's a little bit more, it has to do with like a little bit more of the volume that's going on. Solid push up. It's going. It's going for it. Nice little in and out on that. Got a little bit of a doji candle here. It was definitely a solid position to take, and that's kind of what we were talking about, right? You know, if price was to break up above 660s, have a retest, and then buy the dip off that retest instead of just trying to guess, like, are we going up off VWAP? So this is kind of that second leg that's producing some points for us right now. So essentially, I'd be looking for price to come back down and not break below 640s to remain bullish. But if we just get like a little nice dip and solid rejection above, 640s, I would probably like to take just another trade, super low risk, and see if it'll push it higher. But we may just continue to run higher right off of this. But I'm not gonna just take an entry to take an entry. We're solid on the day right now to 276. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're averaging right now like right around $300 a day the last 3 days. So we're almost up $900 on this Lucid Black account. We're getting a nice little solid dip here, literally like we had just talked about. We just want to kind of just see a little dip, not break below 640s, and then potential entry off that. Not really seeing much. Not really seeing much. Price is just kind of just doing its thing. It's like obviously I would like to long this and let it continue up, but price just is stalling out at the 680s, which also just happens to kind of be in line with some other liquidity order areas. I'm not really too sure if longs are the play or not. I definitely do not want to see price break back below 640s and close. I'm fine if it just kind of just sweeps it. If it swept it and popped back up, then I would like to enter longs, but I just don't want to see it break this low at, you know, the 640s. La da dee da, la da dee da. So I actually, I'm not liking price action whatsoever. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead, call it a day, and end stream there. I don't want to sit here and just watch another chop zone for the next 30 minutes. Overall, 2 good trades today. Really happy with the way those turned out. Pretty much played out like we had projected on every single trade. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, do your thing, and I will see you guys tomorrow.